Hello and welcome to GBR. You find us today racing with the guys from the MRC in the Infinity Series. This is round 4 for the League 1 guys. And as you can see, we are at St. Croix A reverse, I believe this one was. So the track's not used often. Normally it's the B layout for this one. But I'll go through the grid quickly. Tommy starts on pole in the Lamborghini. In second we have Toby, also in the Lamborghini. In third place we have Fabuki in the Toyota Supra. Fourth place we have Golden Brownie in the Honda. In fifth place we have Tim in the Honda. Sixth sees Leeds in the Ferrari. Seventh is Fat Pickles in the McLaren. In eighth place we have Midas in the Renault. Ninth we have Moose in the Genesis, and in 10th place we have Midnight in the Supra. So let me just make sure we're coming through live before I do this for an hour. Give me a second. Yep, cool, that's coming through. That's all I needed to do. Right, so let's get these guys underway. So 1 hour here at St. Croix for this one. The lights are all red and away we go. Off the line, the Lambos seem a bit slow off the line. The two Hondas and the Ferrari coming up through. It seems to try and make this 2, maybe 3 wide coming into turn 1. Golden Brownie's in lead ahead of Tim. Oh no, sloppy position there for them two. Tommy there in third place. Toby in fourth as we're coming down towards turn 2. 5 cars battling for this, 6 cars battling for this first place. Tommy there on the inside of Golden Brownie. Through turn 2, Toby fourth, leads in fifth. Now we're going to go through this long left-hander, just kind of get them all in line on the exit of this corner. Coming into the chicane, Midas there running it out wide on the middle part of that corner. So get everyone up in a line. Moose in 6th, Midas 7th, Fat People's 8th, Midnight 9th, and Fabuki's dropped down to 10th place, so not a great start there for Fabuki. Tim there at the front of the pack as we come across the bridge for the first time of asking into a horrible right-hand corner bump mid-apex. Tommy there in 2nd, Golden Brownie in 3rd, just ahead of Toby in 4th place. Battle there between these Moose, Midas, Fat Pickles, Midnight, kind of 2 little gaps appearing at the moment. I don't know if big everyone's on racing softs, I believe, so no tyre advantages at the moment for these guys. Obviously starting on 6% fuel, probably the best tyre to be on, but Tim leads the way down this long back straight there. When it comes into this long left-hander, does tighten. Tommy there trying to keep it right up behind Tim there through the exit of that corner. Golden Brownie's opened a little bit of a gap over Toby now, who's in 4th place. He has opened a little bit of a gap to Leeds now as well in 5th. Moose has moved up from 9th to 6th place, so a good start there for Moose on this opening lap. It's a very long lap, it's about a 3-minute lap, if I recall correctly, just over. Midas there in 7th place, just ahead of Midnight currently. Fabuki in 9th. Fat Pickles dropped back down to 10th place, so not too sure what's happened to Fat Pickles. That's not going to be helping if you're running off, chucking gravel onto the track for the cars for the next lap. As we come round to the end of lap 1 in a couple corners time. I don't think really anyone has moved positions at the moment. Everyone's kind of finding their feet as we And end lap 1 now. Tommy's probably the closest. Oh, Tim's run out wide, just touched the barrier there. That's going to give Tommy a little bit more of a drive down the start-finish straight. I don't think that Lamborghini can keep up with the Honda. No, he can't pull alongside, even though he was on the slipstream. So Tim starts lap 2 in first place. Tommy's going to have to try and find another way to get past the Honda in front of him. Running there, Luke on his own in third, same with Toby in fourth place leads. He's still got Moose chasing him down, the two purple teammates. Fifth and sixth, Midas there, he's got a bit of lag there. Coming up turn 2, just in front of Midnight. And if that was just a little lag spot there on the server, no, it looks like it's a little bit jittery. At the moment, hopefully that will calm down when everyone kind of spreads out. Normally seems to. Oh, who's that in the background? Saw a car, Fabuki. What's happened to Fabuki? There on the exit of the chicane onto the bridge. Probably got over the bump, I would think. There is another one here. No, he gets over that nicely. Ooh, that's a bit of a strange one there for Fabuki. Coming onto the bridge. I know that kind of you got the rise coming on, maybe just unsettled the car a little bit. The front end damage all over the place at the moment, so it's going to take a good 30 seconds to clear before he can really get back up to pace. But Tim there, he's still fending off Tommy in second place. Will Tommy try and use that slipstream down this long back straight after this kind of little chicane-ish corner? Left and then a right, but yeah, see if Tommy and obviously Toby there, you can see in the background, it is close to Golden Brownie fighting for that third place. Ooh, I think Toby must have missed up that chicane, but yeah, that Honda seems to have good straight line speed over the Lamborghini. Tommy can't do anything about him on the straight, so he's going to have to try and do it in the kind of the twisty sections of the track. Does he have a look? He does have a look, but can't get that move done on Tim. Still there, there's a change there. Fat Pickles, always ahead of Midnight. Midnight looks like did he get it on the grass on the exit by the looks of it? Oh no, he got the grass on the inside, or at least the curb. That's just going to drop him down to 9th place. He should be able to get that going for Fabuki. Comes down, there's Fabuki in the background. So the two Toyota Supras now a good chunk off the back of the pack now. They've got a long race to try and gain that position, gain some time back up to at least Fat Pickles there in 8th place. And back there for Midnight, but Tim there still leading away. So Golden Brownie's going off wide. Is that going to give Toby a chance for an overtake in towards the right hand? He's going to be on the outside. Is Toby's a long way round. Room given on the exit there, but he's going to be on the outside again for that right-hander. Looks like Toby's been able to carry the speed around the outside. He has, he's done it. He's moved himself up to 3rd place now. He's going to have to try and put a good 2 or 3 seconds up to Tommy. Let's have a little fight for the lead of the race. Obviously, what's that, 2 laps, 46 minutes into this race, and will be happening at some point. We'll see if everyone goes to 1 stop or a 2 stop. So yeah, the leads there. It looks like he's caught up to these guys as well. This is that time. Chris 7, Chris, yeah, just a little bit quicker than Toby. Front by 2/10. Pulled the gap over Moose. The leads. Midas there, pretty much same lap time as Moose as well. Fat Pickles in 8th place now. He's just hanging on to the rear of Midas. Just at the slipstream range in Midnight there. 9th and 10th. The battle for the lead still rages on between Tim and Tommy. All the T's at the front at the moment. Three are still fairly close to one another, but Tim's gone out wide there on the exit of the bridge. That's going to give Tommy a chance to make a move up the inside here of this left-hander. It looks like he's going to try and slip it through. He does. Will now the power of that Honda down this back straight be beneficial for Tim. We'll stay with them because obviously everyone's kind of spread out a little bit so far. Looks like Tommy's had a good drive through that little set of corners. Obviously probably not being in the dirt. Yeah, it helped him there. Get a good exit. Looks like he's now to stay ahead of Tim there. Down this back straight. So you see all these little bumps here and there. It does throw the car off. If you hit them wrong, Toby there running it out wide on the exit. Just gathers it back up for the next corner. He's got a little bit of lag as well, but we know that from Toby. Gives out on the sticks, and they don't want to give him any good Wi-Fi at all. Golden Brownie there in fourth place, just ahead of Leeds. Leeds, I know, has now changed back to the pad whilst he waits for a big update for his setup. So that's why he's now kind of fighting near the front, obviously covering the previous comms where he's been near the back and having a few little incidents by himself. But their head of Moose there in 6th, Elijah's there in 7th. Not too far behind. Looks like Fat Pickles there. He's just struggling a little bit with the pace to keep up with these guys in front. Midnight and Fabuki. Obviously, it will be interesting to see what their lap times are this time round. Such a long lap. It's hard to know if they're actually gaining or not. With over a 3-minute lap, it's very hard to see. Midnight taps the barrier on the exit there. But let's see what their lap times are. 3:07, 3:06.5. Fat Pickles on a 3:07.9, so catching nearly a second is Midnight over Fat Pickles, and setting around the same pace. They are going a little bit quicker. Tommy there has gone the fastest, I think, that round. Actually, that probably did help with getting past Tim as well, and just being able to nail that final sector. So pulled out about half a second over Tim. So Tim's staying there in that slipstream of Tommy in front as they come across the bridge. Toby there holding on to third place, just gone a little bit quicker on his personal best. Probably that is his personal best time. Purple, it's overall from everyone. Oh, he's gone in deep on the. Oh dear. Toby there probably trying to get out of the way of Golden Brownie, but it's allowed Leeds to slip back through as it. Yeah, Leeds just slides his rear end in front of Toby to wipe his nose off. Of that hairpin. Leeds there looking a little bit squirrely. What's his tyres like? Not looking great. About the same as everyone else roughly, so probably a handful of corners difference in tyre wear compared to Toby, but Toby's using quite a good exit, it seems, out of that little right hander, and he's able to power on past Leeds up towards this long left and back into fourth place. Actually, that little bit of squabbling allowed Golden Brownie just to pull away from these four drivers now. Midas there just clutching onto the back of these three ahead of him. Moose there to getting in on the action as well. Looks like Tommy and Tim at the front just opened up a nice little gap to the rest of the guys at the moment. Fat Pickles looks like he's been caught up a little bit this lap. Getting a bit more familiar with the track. I know he didn't like it before the race in the practice that was happened. Midnight and Fabuki, they're still running around in 9th and 10th, but they are, looks like they are slowly catching. Fabuki there running it out well wide on the exit of that left-hander. It's just going to give him dirty tyres for the next couple of corners until he's going to scrub it off, so a little bit slower through some of these. Hopefully he doesn't light up that rear end and spin it, because the Supra is a little bit of a handful, it seems, on corner exit. But Tommy there, 206, 306, sorry. We said 3 at the beginning of a lap, so 306.2 to 307. So yeah, pulled out 8 tenths on Tim on that lap round. But these guys getting over, nearly another 7 tenths, or over 7 tenths to Colin Brownlee last time around. Obviously Toby had that little incident at the exit of the bridge. Let's touch him back a little bit on his pace for that lap. We've gone purple through the first sector. Tim's first sector not obviously the fastest, but overall the fastest lap. Obviously with the tyres, they are not going to be giving you the fastest lap at all. Leader and Moose fighting for this 5th place. Leader's got a lot more fuel than Moose. Moose, which is playing such a long lap, there's probably only 1 lap left of fuel in that car. Popping out red. Normally it says 2 laps, but that would be about 25% of your tank left. So this lap only gives you 1 lap when it pops up red. Running it out wide. Ooh, nearly connecting Moose there as he rejoins back onto the racing line, but that's Moose now up to 5th place. Will he be able to push for the second half of this lap to try and catch up to Toby before he's going to have to pit? I think a lot of these guys, Colin Brownlee looks like he's going to have to pit. Tim there, he's the same as well, same as Tommy. A lot of these guys probably going to be pitting at the end of this lap. With how much fuel they've got. Toby's just gone red on his fuel lead down. If the leads could go 1 more, Midas not going to be able to. Fat Pickles is a potential. He hasn't gone red on his fuel gauge yet. There's so many different lines through that left-hander, just to try and miss the bumps. Anything like that, he's got quite a bit of fuel, and so is Fabuki, so them two probably will be going for an extra lap, trying to extend since that instance that they had lap 1 and 2. No, lap 2, sorry, both of them. Leeds has just got past Moose on the exit of that right-hander up the hill. And Moose went out a little bit wide. He hasn't got any damage, so yeah, Moose just went out wide and got onto the gravel. And just allowed Leeds to slip on through back to 5th place, but Fat Pickles has caught up and got his way up to 7th place now, ahead of Midas. So Midas not having a great lap because he was a couple of seconds ahead of Fat Pickles at the beginning of lap 5, but now we're going to be coming up to the pit entry. Let's see who darts towards the pits. Yes, Tommy is going to be coming in. Tim, he's ball to the left, he's coming in as well. Colin Brownlee, he's ball to the left. So Toby Leeds does come in again with everyone. I didn't think he would. Moose comes in, Fat Pickles comes in, Midas comes in, Midnight. He's going to stay on the racing line and go up to 1st place because everyone's still in the pits. Right, for Fabuki to come through, does he? Or does he go into the pit? No, Fabuki comes through as well. So two Supras, obviously a little bit better on fuel than everyone else, it seems. So that is interesting. I didn't think that the Supras were good on fuel unless they're short shifting, it looks like, I think, to make that fuel last. But now everyone's coming out the pits, I will just jump back to them and see who's done what. So Tommy gone racing mediums at full tank. Tim there, he's got a bit of damage on the front right. That'll be probably on the exit of turn 1. Full tank racing medium. Colin Brownlee, full tank racing medium. Toby there, all over the road. Full tank racing mediums. These the same. Moose has gone for a little bit, probably 1 lap less than full stint. I don't know how many laps it's going to be. Pickles, he's done the same, and so has Midas. So yeah, everyone's kind of gone to the same strategy for the second stint. So not really much of a difference by the looks, but at the moment we'll see obviously in the final stint, because I don't think a full tank will make it to the end, especially not the tyres. Tommy has absolutely flown away from Tim. 3:06.2 and 3:13. So yeah, pulled a couple of seconds in lap 4 and 5, but must have had a brilliant outlap so far to pull that gap. But you know, went a little bit wide on the exit of that little right-hander. Is that going to give Golden Brownie the chance to make the overtake? He's going to pull out and go for it. No, it looks like he's just going to back off his Golden Brownie up towards his left hand. Obviously, you don't really want to go side by side with your teammate. Ooh, Toby there having a look up the inside. That could be the converging of racing lines between the two Hondas. They seem to drive it out wide and cut it in, where Toby seems to want to drive it in nice and tight and then run it out wide on the exit. 90-degree corners there are all very similar, but when you've got a long sweeping left that tightens, it does make it a little bit more interesting. He's there in 7th place, Moose 8th, Pickles in 9th, and Midas just behind it in 10th place. But obviously we're now going to have Midnight and Fubuki. Are they going to be both coming into the pit? Yeah, they're not going to make that round another lap on the fuel. So yeah, Midnight's coming in now, and so is Fubuki. Fubuki's got no fuel at all. No, he comes in with 0% in the tank left. But I do believe that Tommy's going to absolutely fly past these two. I don't know where they're going to be coming out. If they're going to come out with the pack, or they're just going to be just behind, I do not know. But 3:37 for Tommy on his first open lap. Absolutely flying away now. We've got past him. I think it was lap 3 that he got past, but yeah, 4:43, 3:39. So yeah, Tommy absolutely cooking on them mediums at the moment. But about 4 seconds between Tim Golden and Toby. He's going to start to hot up by the looks of it. They're getting closer and closer to one another. These are just off the back of these three, wanting to get in on the action. But you can see up ahead. Same with Moose as well. Not too far behind these. That Pickles there in 7th. You can see this action happening, but it's a couple of seconds off from a potential podium spot at the moment. Midas in the same boat. But yeah, now Midnight and Fubuki come out. They've gone full tank mediums, both of them. So yeah, everyone's on the same sort of strategy. Moose is the only one that's gone that one lap less in the Genesis. Is it Genesis he's in? Yes. So yeah, we'll see if Moose. Yeah, it's definitely one lap. It's a good sizable chunk of fuel less than everyone else. He could be going a little bit quicker than the guys in front. So potentially be near the end of the stint that he catches some time with the lighter car. But Toby and Golden are going for a little fight here for 3rd and 4th place. Looks like that Lamborghini just really doesn't have the straight line speed. But down that back straight. Yeah, there we go. There you can see the lines, different lines coming through there. Toby there taking it a lot tighter than Golden Brownie. And take a little bit of wear on the tyre, not massively. Because you're only doing it once every 3 minutes. So yeah, a lot of other sweeping corners, and see that long left hand of turn 3. That's the one that's absolutely killing that front right tyre for sure. And, yeah, just into a little bit of fighting have allowed Tim to over a second or so gap over Golden and Toby. But he's now in on the action. He's there. He's going to be trying to think about making a move on Toby and moving forward. Toby there wide on the exit. Right-hander, does he get a penalty? Doesn't look like he's going to. Looks like he just kept it on the track in between the white lines. Moose there in 6th. He's just biding his time by the looks of it. He's not going to try and use their mediums up as quickly as the others are in front of him. He's not got fuel to be trying to save them, so just that Genesis just isn't as quick as he would like around this circuit. Pickles there. The guys in front, all in the 308s and 309s, and Pickles there with 310, so maybe just not got the tyres up to. I know he would have got much temperature after nearly 7 minutes on them. It's just pushing them to their limit, just struggling a little bit. And the same with Midas as well. A little bit of lag still happening there for Midas, so it must just be a server thing for him in this race. Midnight, he's now done his outlap, and he is now on his first flying lap on their mediums. Same for Kabuki as well. So we'll see what they're going to be. You can see on the mini map, the little red arrow is Midnight, and again he can now see Midas up ahead. So you think he was a good 10 seconds or so behind Midas, and he's caught at least 6, maybe 7 of that. So yeah, definitely moving his way up to the back of this pack now. And obviously when he gets there, he's obviously got to try and then get past them and maybe able to do it in the pits. But I did notice that Toby and Lee's run it out wide, smash the wall. That's going to allow Moose to slip past Leeds there. I've seen Golden Brownies alongside Tim. Tim might have done the same thing as well. Golden Brownie up to 2nd place. With his teammate Tim in 3rd. Toby running out wide again. Happy the dirty tires didn't scrub it off down the straight, or completely forgot about it the time he got to the end of that straight. Would be a good 15 seconds or so. Toby obviously not having the greatest short-term memory, but Tommy there, he's still leading away. We're out in front at the moment, a good 10 seconds or so ahead of Golden Brownie and Tim. It looks like Tim could be trying to push Golden. Obviously can't bump draft, but just trying to push him to pull away from Toby there in 4th. He's had a few little mistakes this time, or this lap I should say, and obviously Leeds as well, and obviously allowed Moose to get in front of him. Leeds there just tapping the wall on the exit. You've got to be careful there, because there is a barrier that sticks out a little bit, and it really can just stop the car. And it looks like Leeds got away with it that time round. People there 7th, Midas in 8th. Definitely catching up is Midnight. It looks like he's dropping his teammate Fubuki in 10th place there. We'll see what the lap times are for Midas. What does he set? 309.5 and Midnight 307.8. So what's that? 1.7 seconds. He caught up that time round. Fubuki there with 308.7, so he even caught up to Midas as well. Not as much as Midnight, but Midnight went just a second quicker than Fubuki last lap round. Pickles 492, yeah, so he pulled a little bit of a gap over Midas. Again, the second on Leeds, but you know why? Because see Leeds had that little incident at the little one-hand kink onto the back straight. So everyone's doing around the same time. Golden Brownie took 308.8. Tommy there 307.5, so even 1.3 seconds quicker than the 2nd fastest person on track at the moment, Golden Brownie. Obviously everyone here is pretty much fighting for that 2nd spot between Golden, Tim, Toby, Moose and Leeds. It's just dropping off the back of the pack at the moment. That might be the rear tyres. I don't know, they're all about the same. There's only Mooses that are a little better on the rears. I thought that was car. They seem to be looking after him the best at the moment out of this pack. He's got down to half a tank of fuel, so he's probably got another 3 laps of fuel left, I'd say, and everyone's probably got 4. As we're coming up to the halfway stage, probably at the end of the next lap. So we're going to be looking at about 19 laps for this one, I would think. It's going to be hard to know exactly. It's such a long lap, so it's going to be tricky to kind of work it out. So, 3 minutes for an hour. It should be a 20 lap race, but obviously with pit stops and just being over, yeah. I would reckon a 19 lap race in total for this one. Tommy there well out in the lead over Golden Brownie there in second. He actually pulled a little bit of a gap over Tim. Tim was right up his bumper a lap ago. But, maybe just affecting Tim to keep that close for him to Golden Brownie in second. Toby there fourth place, still just ahead of Moose. Moose and Lees just seem to be swapping places every couple of laps, it seems. Fat Pickles in seventh. He's not had a great lap. 3:10. He's picked up the pace of 3:08.9, so he caught up a second on Fat Pickles. He lost a bit of time to Lees as well, so he's falling back to the clutches of Midas. I think these guys are falling into the clutches of Midnight. 3:08.4 for Midnight. Fubuki must have had an incident on that lap of 3:18. Lost 10 seconds. At some point, I'm not going to run back and try and find it. I'll be there a good minute trying to find that incident for Fubuki. But hopefully it wasn't on the coming onto the bridge again, because that's be unfortunate to do that 2 times in one race. But yeah, Midnight's definitely catching up to now the back of the pack. Obviously a little gap between Fat Pickles and Leeds in 7th and 6th. So Midnight's hard work isn't all done yet. He's still, if he can get past these two, he's got a lot to try and catch up to the back of Leeds, and so it could be all on the pit strategy, because they ain't making it on the fuel that they've got left. They've gone through half a tank and 60% which they start on, so yeah, they're not going to make it. They're going to have to put another 60 or so % in when they come in for the second pit. Seems to all be fairly stale at the moment. The only person that's going to be Midnight is getting him past. Well, if he can get past Midas, obviously he's caught up this time. Now it's going to be the battle to make some overtakes, which he hasn't really done for about 25 minutes. So, got to think about placing your car in the right position now as Midnight. Maybe try and offset Midas to go deep for one corner and get the exit. So it looks like Midas isn't going to try and defend at the moment. From Midnight, we're really trying to into this corner. No, Midnight's just going to stay behind him through the last couple of corners of this lap. Tim's got past Golden Brownie. Quite a bit of time ago, because there was a bit of a gap. Or did Golden Brownie get damage and fall back? Runs it out wide. That's going to give Toby a chance. Midnight has got past Midas in towards the last corner, but will Midas use the power of the Renault to get back past that Supra? Toby has got past Golden Brownie now as well towards turn 1. Try and respond. Midas couldn't get back past Midnight, so his next target for Midnight is going to be Fat Pickles. Leads there 6th, moves 7th. Golden Brownie slides his way back past Toby. Just trying to go back. Do see one of these overtakes between these two. Golden Brownie sets up Toby. Toby goes in shallow and deep. And Golden Brownie just slips back through with a nice little switcheroo there to claim back that 3rd place after hitting the wall on the last corner on the last lap. And now that's put Toby under pressure now from Moose, who's right underneath that rear wang of the Lamborghini. But just can't seem to get alongside him through that long left-hander. And now we're coming across the bridge. Genesis seems to be right there behind that Lamborghini. Is he going to go for a move? He does pull out to the side of Toby. Is he going to be able to make this one stick over the bump? Try not make contact as you regain the car. But Moose there, hard to see, the other cars are in the way. Hasn't been able to get that move done. Toby there stays in 4th place. Looks like they've actually caught back up to Golden Brownie, even though them two were fighting. Yeah, through that corner is horrible. It really does put you offline. Obviously, fighting Golden Brownie and Toby had at the beginning of the lap has just allowed for Tim to put a nice little margin over P3 and 4. Toby there, much tighter line. It seems to be a little bit quicker as well for Toby. Leeds has now got back in front of Moose, so I'm guessing Moose must have tapped the wall on that right hand kink. Fat Pickles has been overtaken by Midnight. That'll be down the main straight. This was using the power of that super. Oh, a little bit of a tap there from Midnight. Maybe just saying a thank you for letting me go past. And probably not the best place to be doing it, into that left hander. But yeah, Fat Pickles now, he's going to have Midas right behind him. And looking in his mirrors will be Fat Pickles, and make sure that he doesn't let Midas get past. Runs it out wide there. Midas there on the inside gets the switch back done on Fat Pickles. Midas there moves up to 8th. Probably sees Midnight coming through and wants to try and follow suit and go with him. Try and catch up to the back of the pack. Fabuki there. After that incident he had on lap 9, he's got back up to race pace of 0.87. Matches lap 8 lap time as well, so yeah, Fabuki back on pace. Tommy there just miles ahead of everyone at the moment. He's literally the whole of the start finish straight ahead of Tim, who's going around the last corner. Can't even see him when he exits the last corner onto the start finish straight, which is how Tommy was doing it. I really don't. With about the 3rd here between Golden Toby and Leeds. Starts to hold up now. The fuel's starting to burn off. The tyres are starting to wear. Who's looked after their tyres the best? Looks like Toby's looked after his tyres the best at the moment. Golden Brownie just holding the inside to turn 2, which just put Toby out wide. Again for turn 2, which obviously now going to be under pressure from Leeds. Leeds looks left, just can't get out the inside of the Lamborghini. Now he's only going to be stuck in his dirty air on the second part. Toby on the attack and then straight onto the defensive, literally within one corner. It shows you, so even though this is such a long lap, not a track that's very well used, how tight these, even with Tim really just up ahead, how tight the battle for the second 2 spots on the podium is. Who's that? It's Golden Brownie just running it in deep. No, Toby looks going to be going slow as well. Still stay with this camera angle as we come through here. Oh yeah, look like Toby probably just ran into the back end of Golden Brownie, which has obviously slowed Toby down, which allowed Leeds to get past, and so has Moose. Leads there looking this way and that, as we're coming into the hairpin, gets alongside Golden Brownie, who's going to be the bravest one out of these two. Looks like Golden Brownie's just got ahead of Leeds. And then he's going to go for the switch back on the exit, gets it done, does Leeds, up to third place now, ahead of Golden Brownie. Moose has moved up to 5th place. Toby's dropped down from 4th to 6th in a couple of corners, so he was fighting at the beginning of the lap for 3rd place, and he's now finding himself in 6th. So he's just got to really gather himself and try and keep moving these guys in front. Midnight there, he's really catching up, obviously, with these guys fighting. It's just going to allow Midnight to catch up and have a chance of getting potentially a podium. We've got just, 22.5 minutes left to go in this one. I'm just going to have a quick drinks break. To front, so yeah, Tommy's probably got about 2 laps of fuel left in his car with 20 minutes left, so what we're looking at 3 going to 18.6, so yeah, we're looking at 7 more laps potentially, so they'll refuel in for about 5 when they come in, I would think, because I think everyone's going to be pretty much on the same strategy. In there in second. Leeds there, he's going to pull away from Golden Brownie. Oh, Moose is coming into the pit, so yeah, Moose was the first of the short fuelers, and he's going to come into the pit. That's probably going to release. No, it's not going to, because he was in between Toby and Golden Brownie, but that's going to have one less person for Midnight, who's got loads of fuel left. He's got yeah, he's got an extra lap over the rest of the guys now. Just short shifting seemed in that first stint has allowed Midnight, because he's going to have to put 1 lap less of fuel in, which is going to let him leapfrog quite a few of these guys in front of him, especially with the pace that he's got. He's all doing 3:10s, 3:9s, 3:12, 3:13, and he's doing a 3:08, just a high 3:08, so nearly a 3:09, but yeah, definitely catching up to the rear of this battle of the podiums. A good running for the moment for Midnight. Midas there 7th, Fat Pickles in 8th, Shabuki there in 9th place. He's not going to be able to have the same pace as his teammate Midnight to really catch up. Obviously a few incidents as well hasn't helped him in this one. In that time, yeah, he's still going quicker than the guys in front, so he has got a chance of gaining a few more points if he can catch up to him. About 10 seconds or so behind Fat Pickles at the moment, so a couple of seconds a lap. I said we've got about 6-7 laps left to go. He could do it. He really could do it and catch that time up, and obviously with having an extra lap of fuel in, he's going to be less time in the pits, so he could have a battle with Fat Pickles and Midas come the end of the race. Moose there, now he's on his out lap. He's gone, he stayed with the race in medium, so he didn't think that the softs could last to the end. So interesting there for Moose, who's gone soft, medium, medium. See what the rest of these guys do when they come at the pits. They might be in this lap, or will they be in the next lap? It looks like Tommy's fuel light's not come on yet, so I would feel that he's got another lap worth of fuel. A bit further behind, about the same lead there. He's got a lot more fuel. Tim, Brownie's getting low. Toby's got a little bit more fuel, but he's pretty much sat behind someone for this whole of the second stint. So that's how he's been able to save fuel on Phil compared to the likes of Golden Brownie and Tim. Midnight, so yeah, he's got an extra lap of fuel to go. Let's see if, because Tommy's gone through, it looks like Tim's going to go through to do another lap. At least he's coming into the pit, so he's got more fuel, but he wants to get off their mediums. Probably got another fresh set of mediums going. 19 minutes is going to be a struggle, I feel, but Toby there, right up the rear end of Golden Brownie. Doesn't want to go for the move there, maybe try and set him up on the exit of turn 1. Golden Brownie's going to hug that right hand side, but Toby's going to pull to Golden Brownie's right and have the inside line for turn 2. Golden Brownie just looks like he's let him go, but does he go side by side? No, he's just going to pull in behind, so maybe just thinks he's not got enough fuel to make it to the end. He's going to have to use a bit of slipstream to do a bit of lifting, coasting for this last lap, just to make sure he's not going to run out on the pit entry. That's on, obviously these guys, they're doing 310s, 3.9s, 3.10 for Tim as well. Midnight there, 3.08. So yeah, he's still catching up a good couple of seconds over these guys. He's going to be right up behind them come the end of the lap when they come into the pit. Fuel up onto Golden Brownie. Toby, he's going to be fuel out in a second. Tim the same, and so is Tommy. But yeah, Tommy, he's well gone if he loses this one. Just hang your gloves up, Tommy. It's the best way, mate. Obviously, Midnight running out wide. Probably not had dirty air for a couple of laps with worn tyres. Just ended up in the barrier. I don't think he was close enough for dirty air, but he was definitely close enough for maybe a little bit. So Midnight there in 5th. Fat Pickles in 6th. Looks like he's going to go try for one more lap. He's been fuel saving by the looks of it. Faluki there in 7th. Leeds, he's come out. He's gone to the softs and pulled a massive chunk over Moose. So Moose must have had a pretty poor in that was just a couple seconds slower, and out that looks like it was a little bit faster, but he's put about the same amount of fuel in Midas there. He's come in as well, he's put the softs on, and he's not too far behind Moose. You can see him up the road, so maybe he'll try and push on and have a little battle with Moose for the last remaining laps of this race. But Tommy, he's coming in towards the pit now. He's coming in. He's probably going to go to the softs. Yeah, we've got. It's amazing. You go from one lap to the next. You can go from mediums then to the softs just by pushing it that a little bit longer, if you can. If you can make the fuel last. But we'll say with Tim, looks like Tim's going to come into the pit as well. Yeah, Tommy's already fueling before Tim comes in. Toby, he's going to come in as well. So is Golden Brownie. Midnight didn't catch up, obviously. That was from that little incident he had up the exit of that little kink right. But he's got loads more fuel. He's got 22%, and the others have got 2 and 6%. So interesting to see. Fat Pickles comes in with a bit more fuel for Boogie. He's going to come in as well. So the two Supras could have gone round for an extra lap. They choose not to, obviously make the most of the softs if they can make them last 15 minutes. But Lee's there, he goes up to 2nd place now. Tommy's already in and out before anyone else, which as you can see by watching this, there's no surprise. But yeah, Lee's there, 2nd place on the softs. Tim's come out in 3rd, he's on the softs. Midnight, he's jumped Toby and Golden Brownie in the pit. And Moose actually, because Moose came in front of him. So Midnight up to 4th place now. We've got Tim a couple of seconds up the road. Will he be able to catch that up? Both on the soft tyres. Toby there, he's on the softs. Golden Brownie's on the softs. Obviously Moose on the mediums. Obviously coming in that couple of laps earlier than these guys. And it's just kind of putting on the back foot a little bit. Midas there, he's got ahead of Fat Pickles. He was ahead of Fat Pickles anyway when he came in the pit, but definitely Fat Pickles has caught up a little bit. And for Biggie, obviously he has definitely caught up coming in with quarter of a tank and coming out with only half, so only putting 25% of fuel in or so, where obviously these guys came in with pretty much nothing and had to put a whole half a tank of fuel in. So that'd be a good couple of seconds that Fubuki has gained. I'm not going to bother that covering Tommy until the end, because yeah, unless suddenly he's fighting for P2 or P1 with one of these guys that are coming up, obviously. It's going to be hard to know exactly the gaps until the start-finish line of who's going quick, who's not, because it's been such a long lap. I'm not going to really bother doing a lap guide. Don't think what I could do at the end of this. I will jump on with Tommy, be a quicker lap guide, but Midas there, and that Pickles fighting for 8th and 9th, and Fubuki coming up behind him as well. So this battle could potentially happen at the end of this lap, beginning of the next one, I would think. Everyone else seems to just be in their own little bubble at the moment. Their own little 2-second gap to the car behind them, the car in front. Tommy's got his 20 odd seconds ahead of lead in first place. But yeah, everyone else seems to slowly be coming back to one another by the looks of it. I'll see what the actual gap is between Leeds and Tommy, and I'll go through and do the numbers. So 25 there, yeah, so 21 seconds in the lead is Tommy. Leeds there is 2 seconds ahead of Tim, same second and a half to Midnight, same again to Toby. Golden Brownie's about 3.5-4 seconds behind Toby, running in 6th place. Moose is about 3 seconds behind Golden Brownie. Mine is about 2 seconds off. So that's out that for Fat Pickles. So about a second and a half between them two. Pickles to Fubuki, about the same again. So yeah, about a second and a half being the closest battle at the moment between anyone. Obviously Tim and Midnight seem to be fairly close, as well as these three at the back. So it's not too far ahead. It's going to be who to be on when the action, it may kick off. It's going to be hard to know. We've got just over 10 minutes left of this race, and yeah, now that everyone's had their pits, they're now on their first flying lap. Obviously Leeds, he's already done one flying lap. Them tyres compared to Tim's, obviously there's a difference between one lap here at St Croix. Obviously, you know, all these guys that pitted on lap 14 compared to someone that pitted on lap 13. It's a massive difference. If Leeds can hang these tyres up, or make these tyres hang on to the end, then yeah, he will be quids in, and it was a great strategy to come in early. We'll see if Tim can catch up to him. It's hard to see. Yeah, it looks like the gap is slowly coming down between them. That's for sure. It seems to be about the same to Tim at the moment. Toby about the same as well. Golden Brownie was about 4 seconds off. He's about the same as. Looks like he's been able to fill a bit of a gap over Moose. It was only about 2-3 seconds between them. So it looks like Moose is slowly falling back to Midas, Fat Pickles and Fubuki for this 8th place, which could become 7th, with Moose being the only car on track on the medium tyres that maybe can just make them last, and then the start to off at the end, and he can capitalise and get back to the 7th. But yeah, Fubuki there, he's done well to catch up to the back of this pack, same as obviously what Midnight's done to get through the pack as well and move forward. Fubuki there, he's not going to be wanting to hang around too long. He's done a lot of work to catch up. And going to be moving forward if he can. He's right up behind Fat Pickles now, down this main straight. Is he going to pull? Yes, he does pull to the left-hand side of Fat Pickles down towards turn 1. Fat Pickles is just going to give him room and let him through. Obviously seeing that gap slowly coming down. It looks like Fat Pickles is not going to give up without a fight. Also his left-hand side there. Pulls into Midas' slip. Does he try and get in front of Fubuki? No, Midas is kind of boxed Fat Pickles in there. Not way for him to go, but Midas there. Ooh, lag there right in front of Fubuki. Puts him to the right hand side. Fubuki's just going to go up the inside and take another spot. Up to 8th place for Fubuki. And now is he going to try and focus on catching up to Moose, only about a second and a half or so up the road. Obviously on them medium tyres. Just go through, running over half a second penalty I just saw, but yeah. Right, so what was Lee's lap there? 3:06.9, 3:06.2, so 7/10 Tim took out the last lap. Midnight 5-2, so a second out of Tim. So this battle for second place is going to be pretty much on the last lap by the looks of it. Toby there at 3:06.3, so he's quicker than, yeah, he was quicker than Lee's as well. Bill running 3:06.2, so everyone now setting their fastest lap of the race. With a little bit lighter fuel than they started with. Lee's there. Oh, he's got Fubuki up the inside of him on this long left. Fubuki just slips in front of him over the bump. And up to 7th place goes Fubuki. I think that who's in front? Golden Brownie a bit too far in front of Fubuki with just 2 laps to go. At the end of this one, Fat Pickles, he's made his way past Midas as well now. Midas seems to just be a little bit struggling on soft tyres, maybe just coming in lap 13 to everyone else coming in on lap 14, so bleeds. Jump back to these 3, yeah, these 3 now are going to be fighting for P2 come the end of probably the next lap, I think, because these tyres are going to be starting to really deteriorate. When they get to about 50%, they just seem to really lose a lot more grip than the first 50%. So we'll have to hang on to these tyres for 2 more laps. That's all we're going to get is 2 more laps because we've got less than 6 minutes to go. So yeah, it will be a 19 lap race. These are running out wide of turn 1. Still going to have to get the power down. Where's Toby? Toby is lagging there in 5th. Looks like he's too far back to catch up. But if he can have a good lap or 2 and lag his way forward, he might be able to. Ooh, blimey, that was a really bad bit of lag. Might be able to catch up to him, but it's going to have to have a good lap or so. Them guys start fighting. Golden Runny in 6th there, Fubuki there in 7th. Moose there, he's got Fat Pickles all over his rear end now. With a bit more fuel than Moose as well. Hopefully Moose has got enough fuel to make it to the end. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tight for Moose. Everyone's got just over. Oh, just around. No, he's got the same amount of fuel as Fubuki, thinking of it. But Tim there, he's gone for a move for second place. Let's jump back and see how Tim's done that. He's gone for the outside move over the bridge, which is going to give him the inside move and towards the hairpin here. Is he going to make that move stick? Gets it stopped on the apex, does Tim. Gets the power down, Leeds there trying to get alongside him. A little bit of a bump there. I don't think Leeds is going to be far enough alongside to try and go side by side. No, he's not. That's going to allow Midnight to get alongside Leeds. He's going to hopefully allow or want Tim to move over to give him the slipstream Looks like Tim doesn't want to, just wants to get out of the action. Looks like he's giving Leeds more of the slip. Probably knows if he can get Leeds back in front with the tyre wear that Leeds has got, he's got more chance of running away. But Midnight goes round the outside there, lovely move over Leeds. And now the battle for second place is going to hot up between Tim and Midnight. Oh, Midnight's run out wide. Yes, just allowed Leeds to get through. Oh, that work that Midnight's done. He's just maybe thrown second place away with 1 lap or 1 and a bit laps to go. He's got to do that work all again to catch back up to Leeds and Tim. It's only about, what, 3/4 of a second, but around this track when time is everything. Toby looks like he is coming into the back of these guys as well. Golden Brownie, yeah, he's still got a bit of gap to Fubuki. Fat Pickles there. Ooh, little tap there from Fat Pickles on a Moose in towards that braking zone. Just obviously different tyres and tyre wear as well. Tyre wear is about the same. Minus there in temp as well. Tommy there in the lead, the fastest lap of a 3:04.642. I think everyone else is a 3:05 and 3:06s to be fair, so we have no worries about. Ooh, Midnight's got into third. How's he done that? He's there going slow. What's happened to Lee? He picked up damage. Did he run it into that wall that I was on about earlier? It does stick out a little bit. You'll see the orange painted barrier. Yes, he does. He smashes himself into the barrier. He's potentially just thrown away a podium there. I think it would have been hard to defend from Midnight with how fresh Midnight's tyres are compared to Leeds, but looks like Leeds is going to have enough tyre just to make 1 more lap. So it started out well for Leeds, hit that lap early, but looks like it's starting to come to bite him near the end of the race. This third stint, sorry. Just trying to get rid of that damage. That's why it was a little bit wiggly down the start-finish straight. Toby now, he's been brought right into this battle for 4th place. Might catch up to Midnight, but I really feel that Midnight's going to be focusing on catching up to Tim. But I think Tim's got a big enough gap over Midnight now for this last lap on this. So Midnight can have a lap of dreams. Toby and Leeds now fighting for this 4th place. As we come through this long left-hander, Toby there, he's going to go for the inside move. Does he? No, he's not. He's going to have to slip in back behind Leeds. Oh, little tap there between Toby and Leeds through the chicane. This is going to lose them a little bit of time to Midnight in front. See Golden Brownie. You see these two fighting up ahead and a bit too far away for Golden Brownie to make anything happen between these two. There, Moose there with Fat Pickle still behind and Midas in 10th, so yeah, the front 3. Ooh, slight bit of lag there between Toby and Leeds. I just moved away at the wrong point. She moved away now, and yeah, next time I go back to him, Leeds is pretty much in the wall. I'm guessing it was a lag point from Toby. Yeah, absolutely lag into Leeds. Lag again, and he's only got rear end damage, didn't pick up any other damage, so yeah, lucky to get away with that one. But it has allowed Golden Brownie to catch up to these two. Leeds there really struggling. Ooh, so's Golden Brownie, all of them off the track there as they come onto this back straight. But Golden Brownie, he's now in on this action between Leeds, Toby, and he just goes through the middle of them. Up to 4th place goes Golden Brownie. I think Toby was trying to let Leeds through, but obviously with the damage that Leeds had, it just allowed Golden Brownie to just slip into 4th place. But this is going to be a hell of a battle between these three now for this last minute of the racetrack. You can see how far is Fubuki behind. Fubuki's just a bit too far behind. Looks like to catch up to these three. Right, the timer is up. That is 1 hour here at St. Croix. And when they come across the line, that will be the checkered flag waving. Moose and Fat Pickles having a battle for 8th and 9th. But Tommy, pretty dominant from about lap 3, just pulled away. And he's going to win here for round 4. Tim second at the moment, still ahead of Midnight. Looks like Golden Brownie's going to hold on to this 4th place unless Leeds can potentially make a move up towards the last corner. Try and cover all the action I can. I've seen it. Oh, Toby's gone. Toby put a wheel on the grass. Moose there and Fat Pickles. What's happened here between these two? Moose ran out wide and Fat Pickles has got underneath him. By the looks of it, yep, into that corner. Right, let's have a look, see what happens with Toby. Sorry, I'm a bit back and forth, all kind of kicking off here in the last half of the lap. Everyone's just trying to push for that one extra point. Oh, Toby hit the inside curb, and that's just spun him out. That's potentially going to give Fubuki any position. Yes, it will. Looks like Fubuki's going to gain that position, but Tim, great race there from Tim. Going to finish in 2nd place, and fantastic recovery there from Midnight. Leaving off stone dead last and up to 3rd place. Golden Brownie holds on to 4th place, just ahead of Leeds after that incident he had with Toby on the last lap. So Golden Brownie just slips through. Fubuki will finish in 6th, snatching off of Toby, who had that little incident at the end there. And Moose has got back past Fat Pickles. Oh, so he didn't actually get past him. I swear that Fat Pickles was ahead of him, but I'll just stay with these two and see. Yeah, so I saw that the time was being said. Fat Pickles ahead of Moose. So yeah, Fat Pickles gets ahead. Oh, he runs it through deep. Through that right hander. Obviously the yellow flag just pops up in time for Moose not to pick up a overtaking time penalty. Which is quite lucky for him, because obviously you're not really going to know that there's someone spinning 2 corners ahead when they've thrown the yellow flag. But it looks like Moose has just been able to hold on and just survive to the end with that fuel that he had. Didn't think he was going to make it, but looks like he has. So Moose finishes in 8th, Fat Pickles in 9th, and Midas is going to come home in 10th place. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button, it helps out, and consider subscribing as well. And until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.